It's a beautiful day to you, our lovely and smart real estate investors, both at home and also in diaspora. I hope you all are doing well today. I'm super delighted to welcome you to another exciting and educative session of Property Matters here on YouTube. In case you're coming across a video like this for the first time, my name is Adijay. I'm your host and, of course, anchor of Property Matter. And Property Matter is a real estate YouTube talk show that discusses topical issues affecting real estate investment in Lagos, Nigeria. We have 163 videos here on Property Matters on this YouTube channel that is addressing different aspects of real estate. Is it Lekki? Is it Ibeju Lekki? Is it land documentation? Is it scam? How to identify a fraudulent real estate transaction? Or how to carry out a due diligence? We've talked about so many important things about real estate. So do well to subscribe to this channel. This channel is actually, the goal of Property Matters is to ensure that you don't lose a dime to any form of real estate investment in Lagos, Nigeria. Then after watching this particular educative guide at your leisure time, you can also check other playlists that we have. I can assure you that you are going to find value, and of course you are going to be well informed and understand the way the real estate market works in Lagos, Nigeria. In case you're coming across a video like this, help us reach wider audience. I'm appealing to everybody. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Help us grow, help us reach people so that we can preach the message of what? How to do a safe and, of course, rewarding real estate investment in Lagos, Nigeria. So I'll be back immediately after the short commercial. Don't go nowhere. Stay tuned.
Hi, what if I tell you that a 35 million naira outright payment can get you a two-bedroom apartment fully finished here at Abramadesoya, Lekki, Lagos? Yes, this is one of the best investment opportunity that you're going to kick yourself hard if you miss out on it. Look at the compound, spacious. Every resident have their own parking space. Over there is our gym, and of course the security here is tight. Let me show you what the apartment looks like. This property is situated in the heart of Abramadesoya, here in the Lekki Scheme 2 axis of Lagos. This obviously is one of the best investment opportunity, more importantly for an investor who is looking at rental income, or perhaps an investor who is considering the option of starting his own Airbnb and shortlet. This obviously is the best. See, it is available and we only have just few units. As you can see, we already have residents here. People have keyed into this property, and if you snooze, I don't want you to snooze because I don't want you to lose the property. Come on, let's see, show you what the property looks like.
All right, you're welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. So, I want to quickly solicit to people who are still viewing this video. We have 162 videos addressing aspects of real estate. Abba, help us expand, help us reach more people by subscribing. Okay, when you subscribe, we reach wider audience and we help people not to make a terrible real estate investment decision in Lagos. So after watching this educative guide, you can also check some of our playlists. We have 162 videos addressing different aspects of real estate investment. So if people are still making mistakes, I'll just say it's just due to the fact that maybe they have not, create ample time to check and understand. See, in this industry, you have to understand. I've said this before. Many people don't understand that when you have an experienced person handling your transaction, is way better than somebody that doesn't care about the safety of your investment. And that is why we have decided to make 162 videos. And of course, when you check these videos, it will give you, all the required information, and you'll be making an informed decision, regardless of the fact whether you're in Nigeria or not. A video here exposes you to the way the market works, and you have an accurate understanding on what you should do. Thank you very much. So please, if you have not subscribed, do well, help us now, please, because subscribe. So today I'm going to be talking about why due diligence is important. And in today's episode, I'm going to go a little bit further than what I've been doing before. And the reason why I'll be doing this basically is due to the fact that I've had recent experiences. On today's episode, did you see this? My hand. You see this? Did you see this? Yes. Sorry, I'm showing you Can you see this? This is a scar. Yeah, I got that scar from a violence that happened on the day of allocation in one of the properties a client bought many years ago. Today, a lot of real estate companies are in turmoil. When I talk about turmoil, I'm talking about serious problem, and it has gotten to a point that many of them don't even have the capacity to refund you. Between January this year and May this year, 3 real estate companies are on the verge of folding up, and it's just quite unfortunate that because of the fact that the industry is not regulated, for you to know who is who in this industry, sometimes it takes the grace of God and it takes the experience of your realtor. Even some of these realtors that have sold properties to you, some of them are aware of some of the crises some developers are facing, and the fear of not losing you, of course, you may be their clients, obviously will not make them boldly approach you and tell you, ma, sir, this is the present situation of the property you have bought. And the reason why I'm always coming online to explain these things to people basically is that some real estate investors still find it extremely difficult to believe that some people don't send you. When they say they don't send you, that means they don't care if you are losing money, in as much as fact that money enters their pockets. And this is why due diligence is key. Now, on the aspect of due diligence, I'll be applying different types of due diligence you should do before you invest with a company. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Dear real estate investors, whether you are abroad or you are in Nigeria, I want to beg you, forget the hype. Forget the hype. We know who is who in this industry. Forget the hype. We just can't come on and just say this one is this. So no, for our safety, we won't do that. Forget the hype and do the following process. Number one, before you buy property, investigate the company. Number one, we used to say check document, check this. Now you have to investigate the company. Last year, 2 real estate developers left Nigeria in the middle of an serious land crisis. And today, the realtors that have sold that property are running helter-skelter. Investigate the company. And in the process of investigating investigating the company, try and find out their track record. Track record in the sense that how many projects have they delivered? How many allocations have they done? How many properties have they sold that they're having issues? How many times have they refunded investors? What is their capacity base? What is their ability to deliver? In fact, go as far as identifying their present financial status. Because if you don't, you won't be able to separate the boys from the men. Neither will you be able to separate Tom, Dick, and Harry. You need to understand this. You need to investigate the company. Number two, the next diligence you need to understand is that their ideology for the property they are selling. What is their plan? Are they doing a land banking system? If it's a land banking system, understand the duration of the land banking. You need to understand that. Because if you don't, a lot of people will still keep making mistakes and mistakes and mistakes. Number three, you need to identify their level of what? Integrity. The reason why I'm saying this is because of the fact that we have suffered attacks on site. If I should start opening my body, I've had series of attacks on site, and I found out that several real estate companies that are even planning allocations did not do their homework very well. I've gone for allocation that on the day of allocation we were attacked on site, and we were made to sit down in a mud. That day, that period, it was a rainy season. We sat down in a mud, and we are now coming back like fugitives. And today, the company doesn't have an explanation to what happened on that day. And today, I can assure you that if you have bought a property and you go there, you are going to that place at your own risk. Investigate their integrity. It is very important. Then the next due diligence you want to do, investigate the environment which the property they are selling is located. See, there are some places that is like those places are designed for crisis. Under no circumstances will I follow anybody to do me in my life again. Under no circumstances will I say I want to go to their roots. There are some places that land matters there is a tug of war. There are some places that when issues happen, land grabbers will be involved. So investigate the region very well. So those are the three levels of investigation you should do. Then I'll now be talking about why due diligence is important. See, today's topic is simple, apt. Then after doing this, if anybody now buy, you see, when you're investing in real estate, for the fact that the place you bought, there is no crisis presently, does not mean that place is safe. I've seen instances whereby at the slightest provocation, a family member or one of the owners or a family that have legal right to that property can just become crazy and start bringing issues. So please do a thorough due diligence. Number one, when you do a due diligence, what does due diligence save you from? Number one, it saves you from the stress of investing in the wrong location. Due diligence saves you from, if you think you have bought a property and the company says they will refund you, I've said this before, you won't get your complete money. You won't, because they will deduct administrative fees. So number one, it will save you the importance of investing in the wrong. See, there are some places in Ekpe, as sweet as they market Ekpe to you as it becomes, there are some places that Mr. Adejari will not step my feet and enter. Why? Because I don't want to die before my time. There are some places in Ekpe I will not go. There are some places in Ibeju Lekki I will not go. Even there are some places in Shongotedo, Abijo, and other places that I will not step my 2 feet and to go. There are some locations that are not safe for investment, and those locations, they are running jingles on them every day. When you say every day, I mean every day. That's what I like to note. So, 2, due diligence will expose the current status of the land and the ability of the company you are buying from to deliver. But it says current status of a land. A land may be committed acquisition. You will not know until you do due diligence. A land may be agreed that you have to spend money to fix. Due diligence will expose it. A land may be military zone. Now only due diligence, permit me to use this word, will make you know. A land may have omonile wahala. Due diligence would know it. So it's not just about buying. Are you buying from a company that have the chest to face whatsoever that may come in the future? That is another matter for another day. Due diligence helps you to do that. God help us. May we not throw our money into thin air. Number 3, due diligence will also expose the investors to the current circumstances surrounding the plan. There are some places you will buy land. There was a day we wanted to go for one inspection in the Ibeju Lekki. We've gotten to a Lekko. Unknowing to us, they were doing Oro. Oro is like a traditional rite whereby you are not supposed to move in some places at a particular time. We're already in a Lekko. When you talk about experiences, my own high, permit me to use this word, I don't see. It was one of the indigenous that called and said, I hope you guys have not gotten to Eleko. I said, we are inside Eleko. The guy said, you guys came at the wrong time. I said, what is going on? He said they are performing oral rites, a traditional rites. So because of the fact that I've been good to that person, and I don't used to raise my shoulder to Omonile and indigenous, the guy said I should park at a place and lodge in a hotel. He said even if I even knock the hotel, that they won't open the door for us because they may think we are the Oro people. But if I should just tell them it's from this also person. And that was how I stayed in an hotel until that rite was performed and done. It was by the self-grace of God. So there are some lands that some people have bought, and there are some rites that is being done. There are some places that a woman cannot go. It's in the same Lagos. I have to tell you guys the truth. So you don't want to invest in the wrong location. You want to identify the kind of rites those villages perform. Don't just say the place we grow, it will. It's real now. I've not refuted the fact. But may you not buy a property and you want to inspect, you go there at the wrong time. So it exposes you to the surround. So you understand the traditional rite they perform in that community, and it shows you the kind of family you are bought from. If the family is a very troublesome family, you will know. And if the family is a troublesome family, all hope is not lost. When you buy from a developer that have the chest of facing problem, you don't have any issue. Good. Due diligence. The next point. I hope you are noting this down. Due diligence will expose the integrity of the company as well as their financial ability to face anything. You know, I've said this before. I've seen instances whereby some people wanted to make trouble, and the people they brought in to come and constitute that nuisance and start that trouble, maybe they were wrongly informed. They did not know that the developer they are dealing with is a developer that they should not even think of doing or causing trouble in his land. By the time those people got the information that is this so personal, see, before they could realize that, 7%, 7 out of those troublemakers were already in Kirikiri maximum prison. And the developer told them that, see, so you people have the infantry to encroach with all the money I've paid you people, I've paid your family, I've paid the community, I've paid this. It is such see, there are some developers that Omonile don't dare misbehave or trespass. So, permit me to use this word, we are all Nigerians. They look face. Meanwhile, there are some companies that there will be trouble on a particular site for 3 years, nothing has been done. So when it comes to real estate development, there are levels. I won't go beyond that. So you want to find out. And another thing is that, does the company have money to do case if it requires in the future? Financial capability of the companies also matter. That is the next thing. Then finally, I think I wrote few points. Finally, a due diligence will also help you to understand and know the expected return on investment of the property you are buying. I've seen instances whereby some people will tell you that a property will appreciate by 300%. In some cases, yes. In some places, na lie o. So when you carry out a thorough, a lot of real estate investors will say, okay, due diligence is just let me just collect the land documents, give it to the people at Alausa. It don't pass that level. No, and it's based on the fact that, based on the experiences I've had over time, okay, I can tell you that it has gone beyond that level. So if they tell you that the place will give you 300 return on investments in 3 months, it is when you do a due diligence you can validate and confirm that report. It is when you do a due diligence that you will know if that report is fair or not. Then finally, the due diligence will expose the topography of the land. In most cases, when people do property inspection is mostly done in dry season, and that's why some real estate developer or some real estate companies cannot do allocations, because some of their properties are wet. I've seen instances where a land, I actually told someone that it was a dry land. Yes, and of course that land was dry, like there was no traces of maybe water or stagnant water staying around. Fortunately for me, I decided to check. There are some things I do. I check properties behind the developer. Once I follow them to go and check the place, I can go there 3 times. Some people used to call me son of the soil. So most of the people in the we know ourselves. Most of you in Ibeju Lekki. So there's an instance I can say, okay, fine, on a Sunday, let's drive. On a Saturday, let's drive. On a weekend, let's drive. Because there are a lot of things I want to see on that property. So I don't do things based on what we are told. I don't pass that level. So I can say, okay, fine, let's drive to this location. So on rainy season, when I got there, the place I personally told people that was dry, my car could not enter. And I was like, what exactly is this? So there are some places that looks dry. When it rains, you can't access that place. And people have bought with intention, I bought dry land. So due diligence tells you so, and due diligence is not something you do once. For some people who may be considering to do their next real estate investment through us, we do diligence every day. Only for the fact that some people have repaid good with evil, which is that's the case, an issue for another day. So it exposes the topography of the land to you. Then the final aspect is that due diligence helps you confirm the documents that are on the properties. Due diligence helps you confirm if a C of O is C of O, if excision is excision, if C of O is not excision in process, if C of O in view is truly C of O in view. You know, when they say a property is C of O in view, there are some documents you will check. Sure, you understand, that will confirm if it's truly in view or is in view. It is through due diligence you will confirm if there's a C of O on the land, the number of acres the C of O is covering, the plan number of the C of O, the dates at which the C of O was given. Due diligence will help you to know the number of years that is still left on the C of O. You know, C of O is for 99 years and is subject for what? Renewal. So due diligence helps you to know. If it is gazette, due diligence help you know the day and month and year the gazette was signed. Due diligence will help you know the community that the gazette was given to. Due diligence will help you know the number of acres or plots the gazette is covering. Due diligence will help you know the circumstances that are in that community and who the original owners of the gazette are. These are some of the things that due diligence will do for you. Now, we have made it easy for our investors. You want to do property investment, put all those things on our neck. Wherever you are across the world, just be enjoying. You can be rest assured that your investment is as safe as where you are abroad or wherever you be in Nigeria. Because you see, a lot of people have said, I'm like a nightmare. I'm not a nightmare. I'm just the kind of person that I will never be involved in something, and you will lose money, God forbid. No, it can't happen. So these are some of the things. So in case you want to do investment, but we only do due diligence if we are the one helping you handle the process of the purchase. If it is not, please go and give the due diligence to your realtor. So I have to sound that note of warning. So this is where I'm going to draw today's curtain of property matters. I hope you people have found value. I hope everything I've said is thoroughly understood. I am not a surveyor. I am not a lawyer. I am a real estate investment specialist. I take up the burden of real estate investments, the burden of verification, the burden of everything. I take it off your neck. My job is to deliver for you a safe, profitable, and rewarding real estate investment. You can be rest assured that when I say I'm in charge, trust me, I'm in charge. When you give it to us, go and sleep. There's no wahala. So until I come your way again in the next episode of Property Matters, thank you for viewing, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye and have a nice day.